Hey guys, welcome to Black Girls Can DIY Too. And for this video, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to change out my GFCI. Now, GFCI stands for Ground Fault Circuit Interrupter. And I think I burnt this one out. I plugged something into an outlet that's actually attached to this outlet, and it was a steamer. I think a little moisture might have gotten onto it, and I think I burnt it out and short-circuited it. So as you can see, the lights are out. If I press the test button or the reset button, nothing's happening. So I'm going to change it out and pay no attention to my walls. I plan on tiling my backsplash soon. So first off, go to Lowe's and get yourself a new GFCI. Now, these type of outlets are specifically designed for wet areas. So if you get any moisture on it or plug in something like a hair dryer and it falls into the water, it'll shut off the power for you. Now, here are some of the tools that I potentially could use. So I have this wire sheath cutter if I need to, cut a little bit of the wiring. If you don't have one of these, then you can use a utility knife to kind of cut off the coating or the sheath on a wire if you need to cut back a little bit. Also, I have these pliers, so if I need to twist any of the wires, it also can cut the wires on the back as well. So I have this ready to go. And a standard flathead screwdriver for taking off the faceplate. But I also have this cool little all-in-one tool. It has different screwdrivers on it, a flathead screwdriver. It also has the Phillips head on it. So, I have the one tool handy whenever I need it. But for this project, I'm going to use my battery operated screwdriver, and I have the interchangeable Phillips head and the flathead, so I can, keep moving with this project. So before you do anything, turn off the power. So I went down to my basement to my electrical box, and I already had it labeled for my kitchen GFI. But just in case, if you don't, this would be a perfect time once you figure out which one it is to go ahead and get it labeled and turn off that power. So now that I've turned off the power, I just check again and make sure that I can't reset this ground fault and that the light is out. So, the light was out before because it was burnt out, but just needed to make sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, take off this. Okay, and then this is where we come in, switch this out. Okay, well, this Phillips isn't working well, so I'm gonna have to, it's kind of been eaten up. So I'm going to use my handheld Phillips. So get this all unscrewed and pull it out. And a lot of times when I'm doing projects or fixing things like this, I will take a picture of it with my cell phone. And so when I'm putting it all back together, I have a reference point. If I forget where a particular wire needs to go, I can always go back to that picture to make sure that I'm putting everything back together the way it's supposed to go. So as you can see, these wires are coming through the back of the outlet, and I'm going to use a flathead to unscrew the wires. And there's a hole in the back of the outlet where the wires go. So when you unscrew the screws, it releases the wire and allows you to pull them back out. So, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and we're going to unscrew it and pop all these wires out. Also, as you can see, when I pulled it out, the ground wire actually pulled out by itself. So actually it wasn't even in there good. That could have been the problem or reason why it stopped working. So I got a whole new problem going on. So if you can see down here, this is the electrical box. This is original to the house, and this one is okay, but this one broke off. So I am going to super glue this in and pray that it will work and hold. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll be back. Ugh, sucks. I didn't plan on doing this project. So super glued this, and hopefully, this will hold. I don't want to have to rewire this whole box. So I took out the new GFI, out of the box, and so let me go ahead and start putting this together. So I grabbed a different Phillips head because why do something manually when you have power? So I went to the circuit breaker and turned it back on, and we've got power. So you see the light is green, it's on, everything's looking really good. And so now we're going to test it. And so I'm going to press the test button. As you can see, the red light is on. So that's interrupting the flow of power. So now we're going to reset it and put it back to where it should be so it can work great. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. As always, I'll post another YouTuber who can give you even more detailed instructions on how to change out your GFCI. And just remember, as always, Black girls can DIY too.